Chris Brockman, who you have met on occasion, coming on the show, a fellow Syracuse individual like yourself, Bob. He posited an idea that I said if the Patriots made the Super Bowl, we were going to force him to ask this question of Bill Belichick in a press conference. And weuld you like to pick Bob's brain before he goes, Chris, as to what needs to be done next week?
Bob, now, some people in the media have said if Bill wins this one, that would be his 5th as head coach, 7th overall. Maybe start a movement to rename the Vince Lombardi trophy the Bill Belichick trophy. Now, my question to Bill would be something like that, and then ask him if he would be in favor of this type of movement. And what do you think? How should I go about it, and what do you think his response would be?
Here's how you should go about it. You should pace around an otherwise empty room in which you are the only occupant and say it aloud several times to yourself until you get it out of your system, and then forget about it, because the degree of contempt and disdain which would be directed at you from Bill Belichick would be off the charts. Plus, Lombardi is the sainted winner of the first 2 Super Bowls. So you're not going to take it away from him. If the thing didn't have a name to begin with, or if the name had nothing to do with the award. Now, here's an award. I'm coming from left field here, I admit. But here's an award that should be renamed. The Ford C. Frick Award, Frick having been one of the commissioners of baseball, is the name of the award they give to those who make it into the broadcasters wing of the Baseball Hall of Fame. What the heck does Ford C. Frick have to do with that? They should rename that the Vin Scully Award.
Yes.
However, yes, but I don't, people don't have that much of a warm and fuzzy feeling about Bill. Plus, it isn't like Vince Lombardi has done anything in the years since his career or his death. Difficult to do something at death that would disqualify you. There's nothing that has lowered his standing, no matter how well someone else has done. This, I have to say, and how can I say this nicely, it's a god-awful idea. It's a terrible idea.
No, but that's why we're forcing him to do it, Bob, because he came up with this idea before the Patriots made the Super Bowl. So it's locked in.
But Michael Irvin has also said the same thing, in fairness to me.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
You just want the theater.
Yeah, I want to make that media session all about me. That's right, Bob. You're right.
You want the theater of the absurd that will ensue when this question is posed in front of the press corps with Bill Belichick already glancing at his watch through this torture that it is for him to entertain the press. You want this moment to live forever, even if it lives in infamy.
Yes, exactly, Bob. And I want him to do it without the Rich Eisen Show mic flag on the microphone that he's holding. I want.
Wait.
I'm distancing
You're the
myself.
one that told me to go up there and
backtracking.
say Chris Brockman with the Rich Eisen Show. Now, Coach
you
Belichick.
insisted the Rich Eisen Show was named in this.
No. I always defer to Bob. Give it a whirl.
So, Coach Belichick, Chris Brockman, Rich Eisen Show. Some in the media have suggested that should you win a 7th Super Bowl championship, that maybe the Vince Lombardi trophy should be renamed the Bill Belichick trophy. Have you given any thought to this?
No, can't do that.
Okay.
Not giving any thought.
Sorry. What would you say to this type of movement?
How would you feel about that sentiment?
About
this
sentiment being moved forward?
No, just how would you feel about that sentiment?
Okay. Coach Belichick, Chris Brockman, Rich Eisen Show. Big fan, long time, first time. No, okay.
It's the Rich Eisen Show.
Coach Belichick, Chris Brockman from the Rich Eisen Show. Some in the media have suggested that if you win a 7th Super Bowl championship this week, that maybe the Vince Lombardi trophy be renamed the Bill Belichick trophy. How do you feel about this sentiment?
Don't go some in the media. Go Michael Irvin, 3-time Super Bowl champion.
Okay.
Michael Irvin.
Coach Belichick, Chris Brockman, Rich Eisen Show. Michael Irvin has suggested that if you win a 7th Super Bowl championship,
this is going to be so
the Vince
great.
Lombardi trophy be renamed the Bill Belichick trophy. How would you feel about this sentiment? What are your sentiments on this movement?
What would you say to Vince's siblings?
Costas told you to keep walking around until you got it out of your system. I don't think it's out of your system.
It's definitely not out of my system. Coach Belichick, Chris Brockman, Rich Eisen Show. Michael Irvin has suggested that if you win a 7th Super Bowl championship, they rename the Vince Lombardi trophy after you. the Bill Belichick trophy. What do you have to say about this?
This is
sentiment?
terrible. This sucks.
What I need,
this is what you do.
I'm great on the setup, but what is the question?
Here's the question.
What is the question? I'm great on the
Coach
setup.
Belichick, as you know, this is your 10th Super Bowl as coach.
Okay.
If you win, this will be your 5th as head coach, 7th
overall.
all-time.
Okay.
Michael Irvin is a member of the media, among many who have suggested that if you win these many...
It's a long setup, Rich.
No, this is it. This is it. Michael Irvin is a member of the media, among many who have suggested that if you win, the trophy should be renamed the Vince Lombardi Trophy to the Bill Belichick Trophy. How would you feel about that sentiment?
I'm on to preseason.
I mean, he would say, yeah.
He would cut you into pieces,
He's a
which
guy.
is why we want
he
you
would
to
give
do
a
this.
one-word answer.
No, he would go. I'm thinking about. No, we're thinking about the game. I'm not thinking about that.
I'm not thinking about that. I'm moving on to Atlanta.
Yeah, that's it. That's all he would say. And then I would look like an idiot.
That's why we want you to do this.
I've never met Bill Belichick. I want this to be my first interaction with him.
You were Mr. in that chair over there a week and a half ago. You were like, Mr. I'm definitely going to do it.
Well, I think it's a great question.
Well, maybe you should go into stores and use products for nothing and then
Lego
put it back on the shelf a little longer and think about it.
Waffle. Jeez. Come on, man.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.